guys, welcome back to another vlog. Thank you for clicking on here. I thought that this vlog could be just a little bit of an equine update. There's a bit going on here at home. Now the client horses are pretty much all left for winter. Does mean that we can work on our horses. So June and Merlin, if you don't know them, go check out our horses video, Meet Our Horses video. They're on there. June's 4, they're both 4 actually, but Merlin is more like a 3-year-old, so we've kind of waited on him, but he's getting started. June's under saddle. It's been really cool. I've done a lot of that with Reese guiding me. It's been a while since I've done, started a horse, so it's been great on that side of things. She's super. And of course, I was starting training for the September the expos that start in September, but Buddy is sick. He is day 12. So we started our preparations, kind of thinking about what I want to do, what the performance I want to put on for the expo circuit, as I said, that starts in September. So we've got one in September, 2 in October, and then there's a date to be confirmed for the last one. So there's 4 in my calendar, and then we may be adding more, who knows, but there's 4 on the calendar. And yeah, so I started to think about what I wanted to do, and a lot of the movements that I wanted to incorporate in a performance were dressage. So I booked in a lesson with the wonderful Greg Smith, and there was not many horses there. 1 horse, Buddy and I, and another horse in the arena, and they weren't in close contact, but he picked something up. All right, so the house is directly behind me, and I've brought Buddy, so he's an ISO. All the horses are down by the horse shed, and he is right by the house. This paddock runs like way up. Maybe it's about, 5 acres, probably more. So too much. He was getting a little topper, and I don't want foundering on top of this. So anyway, he is now put a fence up, getting fed hay and his medicines and that sort of thing. I have very, very kindly been given this Hudaki from CWT Equine Treatments. As we know, Buddy is one of their sponsored horses, so I'm extremely grateful. And I'm going to try and help him relieve some mucus or whatever from his lungs, / just make him feel a bit better. The vets are on their way out this afternoon as well, so yeah, that's the plan. So I'm just going to jump on and do a bit of a voiceover. You can see here that Buddy isn't really enjoying this. He's feeling miserable. Now his runny nose that his day 12 has finally stopped, but it's more the breathing that's worrying me, the coughing, and he's very mucousy. And that's why the vet's coming out this afternoon. But I am very thankful to CWT Equine Treatments for lending me this Hudaki to try and help move any mucus, also to help just relieve any pressure he did not want me doing up by his head. And I said, okay, that's fine. But I'll put a couple of clips in of what he was sounding like yesterday. You're not feeling well. You're not feeling well. Okay, so this morning I came and took Junebug's cover off. So here is our, look at all the troughs, our 4-year-old. and Merlin, sorry, just put the covers off here, and Merlin, so they can come in for breakfast now. Yeah, good morning. Say good morning, everybody. My name is June, and I've had a decent roll. And here is Skipper's baby brother. Bit of a story with Merlin. So we were told he comes from the top of the North Island, or near the top of the North Island, and he lost his mum at like 3 months old. So we think that has probably played a bit of a part of why he's taken a bit to kind of get to the stage where he's able to be started. We could have started him, but with client horses kind of taking priority, it hasn't done him like any discredit or any harm waiting until now to be started. So anyway, job, bring these two in for some breakfast. All right. Hey, you. Hey. So, as I said, I took the cover off this morning. I do that first thing in the morning, let them have a roll. And now I'm feeding. So, these two get fed in the morning, Buddy gets fed in the afternoon. So I'll send you kind of, because I won't be here this afternoon. So basically, we feed Better Beat and a local mineral mix, muesli mix, and then so that's South Otago grain. It's awesome. And then to bump up the minerals, we've got Maxia Balance, which is what Bud gets. We love Seahorse, and we thank them. They've been very, very kind to us. And we're also, I got this for Skipper when we were trying to help him like do everything we could, but in actual fact I feed it to June, and I feed it to Merlin, and I feed it to Bud when we're on the road. So I just think it's a fantastic product. And because like it's designed for horses that are in like quite like a lot of work, so I just feed a little bit of it every day into competition formula. I feed a little bit every single day, half the dosage every day, and it is fantastic. Another product so for Bud, this is what we're helping him with at the moment for energy, sound and health, because this is a great for his immune system and to give him some energy. So we're feeding him this, and we're also feeding him this for his gut health, and he had some bute last night. So that's the kind of feeding regime in this bucket here. Right here we usually have young Dunstan's young horse pellets, but we're down to the bottom, and Cade was getting fed milk powder with his feed, which actually all the horses like if I put a little tiny bit of milk powder in, but I haven't been. But yeah, I thought that was strange that they loved his feed. So right, these two have been out on the big paddock, so we're not feeding for weight, we're feeding to get the minerals into them. So that is what we are up to right now. That's him having his breakfast. Lovely pink halter, eh, boy? He needs a good brush and then a cover popped on, a sheet. But he's not in work, so sometimes I just leave the cover off and let him get all muddy. Alright, June Bug's already been brought in, had a brush, taken her big cover off and put the sheet on, yeah. And I'll put this here for her. She's all done. The update, as I said, is June here. Right there. Is under saddle. She's had about under a dozen rides. And in 2 weeks' time, I have entered us into a winter training dressage fundraiser thing. We're going to do level 0, so it's only walking and trotting, but yeah, we've got a bit to do in 2 weeks. She's been to the venue before, and I'm only really going to just give her an outing, and I think it'll be a perfect outing, especially since Buddy was going, but obviously now he's not. So today's ride, we're going to do lots of poles, strengthen up that hind end of hers, and I'm going to have to, this is her starter get up, so I have to find her a dressage saddle, and yeah, that's all on the cards for her. Well, the vets have been, I didn't video it because of their privacy, but basically Buddy is to continue with Butte, which I've given him a little bit, but continue with that, and he is on a course of antibiotics. I reckon there's 2 viruses hitting him. So yeah, course of antibiotics for 5 days, and if that doesn't help him, then he's off to one of the equine vets, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hour drive from us, to get scoped. Fingers crossed it doesn't come to that. And that's about what we've got going on. June's doing really well. She's learning to move underneath herself. That's all I'm really doing, is just asking her to move and be balanced and swing from behind, looking after Buddy morning and night with Butte and antibiotics and lots of massaging and love. Merlin's getting brought in and out just to get used to it. June, I'll take you along for June's very first outing competition. We're just going for fun as an outing, and yeah, I'll keep you informed on how Bud is, and of course when we wean Cade. Anyway, see you next time. Thank you to my sponsors, Wrangler Western Australia, Thomas Cook Clothing, Twisted X Boots, and CWT Equine Treatments. See you next time.